p.m. Eastern, and that will now be on ESPN instead of ESPN2. With that, we'll open the floor to questions for Coach Elzy. Coach Elzy. Maggie Davis.
Hi, Coach. How does it feel to be National Coach of the Week?
I, I am so honored that I received the award, but it's definitely way bigger than me. I've talked about it. This staff is so amazing. Coach Amber Smith, Naya Butts, Coach Lynn Dunn, Daniel Boyce, and our support staff definitely wouldn't be possible without them. But a quick thing, so I received the award. I get a text message, and it was from Coach Amber Smith. And she said, National Coach of the Week. Here's your list of recruits to call. Please make sure you call all these and check back in with the staff. So, way to keep you humble, right?
Zachy Hogan.
Hey, Coach, congrats again. So, well, first of all, did you call those or reach out to all those recruits?
Yes, Coach Amber. I don't know how the roles have just changed. I recruited her and coached her at Kentucky, and now she became my boss. But yes, I do get my checklist done, so she won't fuss at me. So I have to remain coachable.
And going into the Texas A&M game, what can you tell us about them and how you all been preparing for them the last day or so?
Well, Texas A&M, they're extremely tough. Coach Gary Blair's a legend, a living legend in this business, and he is extremely talented with a lot of depth. They look to push in transition. They're hunting paint points. They play out of the ball screen as well as anybody in the country. So we will definitely have our hands full. And obviously, Sierra Johnson in the paint. She's a physical post that presents problems for us. So, just going in, we're continuing to focus on our transition defense, our one-on-one defense, keeping people out of the paint. And obviously, we're working on our post defense to make sure that we're prepared.
Zach, did you have another one? Go ahead.
So you and Ryan also got the Player of the Week as well. It seems like the first two conference games you really picked it up as opposed to the non-conference run-up. Has there been a difference? Is there a difference between SEC Ryan Howard and non-conference Ryan Howard?
Well, I don't think there's a difference. Obviously, she is playing extremely well right now with a lot of confidence. But the thing about Ryan, I've said it over and over and over again. She is the best player in the nation, and she showed why. Her ability to score is just uncanny. She has ice water in her veins, and she can score at all three levels. But what I think that people don't appreciate about her as much, her ability to pass the basketball, her IQ, and she just does things so effortless that people don't think she's playing hard all the time. But then you look at the stat sheet, and she has 8 assists, 10 rebounds, 7 steals. So the body of work, and she has the ability to play the 1 through the 5 and defend the 1 through the 5. And that is what makes her special.
Josh Sullivan.
Hi, Coach. I'm just curious, how does traveling for road games this season differ from traveling for road games during a normal season?
Great question. Traveling right now during COVID, obviously it's very strict. So our medical team has done a great job of keeping us healthy. Courtney Jones has worked tirelessly to make sure that we are safe. But as far as travel, we have assigned seats. There's no eating on the bus. There's no eating on the plane. So it does take away some of the camaraderie of being able to sit with your friends. When we get to a hotel, everyone has their own rooms and they can't be in each other's room, which takes out some of the fun of it. But what I love about this team, they know the sacrifice that we have to make in order to hit the floor.
Zach? Zach, go ahead.
Coach, I listened to your radio show last night, and you talked a little bit about the freshman, and in particular Treasure Hunt, and how she's been coming along a little bit more in practice lately. I know a lot of the fans have been curious to see her more on the court. What's kind of, or where's she at with the rest of the year?
Treasure continues to progress, and our freshmen are very talented. Our future is extremely bright, but it is a change of pace coming from high school to college, learning to play at the intensity on both ends of the floor, the physicality of the game, and it's just a learning curve for everyone. So they continue to progress. Treasure Hunt is skilled offensively. She's still trying to learn our defensive system, which will come in time, but I am extremely happy with all of their progress.
Maggie Davis.
Coach, you mentioned a little bit there about losing some camaraderie. This team seems like they're very close. They're playing like they're very close. Obviously, some of these women have been together for a couple of years, but a lot of new faces, freshmen, transfers. Is that something that the players are taking it upon themselves to really work on outside of practice? Is that something the staff can be involved in? How are you sort of, fostering that camaraderie, I guess?
Well, our team chemistry is undeniable, just great. This team just gels. They love each other. They are sisters, and they are competitive. They want to win, and they're going to look out for each other. And we have said from the beginning, we have to be resilient. We have to be tough, and we have to stay together. It's only us in the trenches, and they really take that to heart. But they spend a lot of time together off the basketball floor because they're here, they're together in practice, and they're friends off the court, which I think translates in why we have great chemistry on the court.
I've also seen a lot on social media lately about blue magic. What does that mean to you and to this team?
Yes, a lot of blue magic. We just say blue magic. That could be for a great win, and we want to earn everything that we have, but there's something about Big Blue Nation and the blue magic that comes with it, and that we want people to be a part of. So let's continue with the blue magic.
ZK Howard.
Coach, when you go on the road and you win a tough game like you did at Mississippi State, what do you learn about your team, and what can you take from that game that might help you, say, on Thursday night in another road environment at A&M?
Great question. What I learned about this team is they are tough and resilient, and not all the calls went our way. We missed some layups, so there was times in that game that we could have folded, but we hung in there. We faced adversity, and we just had players make big play after big play after big play when we had to have it. Obviously, Ryan came up huge offensively for us. But let's talk about Kiki McKinney, her leadership on the floor. She made some huge defensive stops, but she hit open shots. Jasmine Massengale came in, turned the corner, hit some shots, hit a huge three when we needed it. But I can go down the list. Olivia Owens, how about what she did in the paint, her post presence and her physicality. So what we can learn from that is we're still a work in progress. There's still a lot of things that we need to get better at. However, when our backs are against the wall, that we are going to stick together and face adversity and never give up.
Last question to Zach.
Coach, there was that stretch there in the third quarter where Mississippi State, I think, shot 11 for 13, but the offense was obviously good enough on the other end to keep up. What did you see that Mississippi State did well in that run, or that you all did poorly that you would like to correct going forward?
Mississippi is a great team. Nikki McCray-Penson has them playing very hard, but they were dribble driving, and we did not stay in front of our man. We did build a wall, but we gave too much ground where they were getting easy paint points and they capitalized on it. So, that's something that you go back and work on in practice. So all the things that we did not do well, you go back, you reevaluate yourself as a coach, you reevaluate your team, and then you work on it in practice. And that's why I say we are a work in progress, and it's still early in the season. We're still learning as we go, and we'll continue to put in the work we need.
Anything else? Thanks everybody very much.
Thank you.